The Postman. I freaking love the Postman. Waterworld. Love Waterworld. I love the one where he did when he played a serial killer with William Hurt as his subconscious alter ego. That was a fun one as well. And then the one when he plays the head of the NASA science division during the time of segregation. Alright, well I can't do those quests yet because I don't have the things to do them. So, why don't we go work on the Gobstone quest? I think I could probably do all of these. Oops. Transcend says, I recall you played Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2. Honest opinion, which of the two do you prefer? Diablo 4, 100% Diablo 4. 100% Diablo 4. And that's an easy reason why. Diablo 4 is polished and has really amazing cutscenes. And it's a AAA production through and through with some of the... It's just got amazing cutscenes, really what it comes down to. The cutscenes, like I would watch a TV show of Diablo 4 animation for sure. And Path of Exile 2 doesn't do any of that. Path of Exile 2 has, I feel, if I had to compare them side by side, I would say Diablo 4 is the streamlined AAA cream of the crop, very easy to play, difficulty modes for everybody, super accessible action RPG. And then Path of Exile 2 is like, you love the action RPG genre, and you're okay with fiddling around with all sorts of builds and weird statistics and tweaking all of these little gameplay elements to get to the perfect build. You don't have to do any of that in Diablo 4 because that's not part of that gameplay experience. Diablo is a streamlined for the masses action RPG, and Path of Exile 2 is like, this is for the hardcore action RPG nerds. But they don't have the budget to do cutscenes and amazing visuals, and there's also things I really don't have too much bad to say about Diablo 4. I have quite a few bad things to say about Path of Exile 2 because I am not a hardcore action RPG nerd. Like the whole you can kill a boss mob, the loot drops, you can die and then the loot disappears. That pisses me off. The Fog of War resetting the maps constantly. I need to step away for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and go outside and help Chris with the animals. And I come back in and now I got to re-clear everything on the map because I had to take 10 minutes to take care of real life. You're punishing me for having real life. Take me away from the game. Fuck you. Like there's a lot of things with Path of Exile 2 that I don't appreciate as a gamer. I do have fun when I play it, but it needs a lot of work. It's still in early access. It's got a long way to go. So it remains to be seen what it's going to be like when it launches. But they have some serious design flaws that are going to impact the ability for the mainstream gamers to want to play Path of Exile 2. Because right now Path of Exile 2 really only appeals to the hardcore ARPG players, and that's not that big of a market. It is a big market, but it's not the mass appeal of the Diablo franchise because Blizzard makes games that are accessible by everyone. And there's too much grinding. You have to do too much grinding in Path of Exile 2 to get anywhere. It's like, and story mode is not yet balanced. Like when I play story mode on Diablo 4, it's literally, it's beautiful. It's button mashing, it's blowing shit up. I'm not feeling overly challenged. I don't feel, like I can miss a dodge, I can miss a block, and I'm not gonna die. Last of Us, sorry. Um, Path of Exile 2,
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for
if you
Zenobia's
miss a
gobstones.
block or a dodge, you're dead. You're one shot.
Zenobia's gobstones.
And that's on
I
story
hardly see what all
mode.
the fuss is about.
So the story mode needs a lot of work. A lot of work. See, I didn't have that problem with Last Epoch. I didn't find it too complex at all. I quite enjoyed Last Epoch when I played it like 2-3 years ago. I haven't played it now, so maybe it's gotten more complex with time. Are there 2 in here?
Revelio.
Man, it's like pointing me way up top. I don't know if there's like a staircase in here. It goes down. Can I go up? Aha! Oh, I gotta keep going up apparently.
Revelio.
What is that right there?
Accio. Confringo.
Yeah, the moment a game starts punishing me, JK, that's when I start to lose interest. I'm like, nope. You're like XP loss? I'm sorry. We're not living in 1999 anymore playing EverQuest 1. Like, no thanks. I've got way more important things to do than play a game that punishes me because my internet went out.
Accio.
Is there a roof up here or something?
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Oh. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff in here. Alright.
Revelio. Accio.
Got it. 7th year Hufflepuff, Mirabelle Garlic.
Revelio.
Okay, I hear another jingle, but I don't know where. Oh, there's stuff up top here. Probably behind a locked door that I can't get to yet. Unidentified? Yep, there it is.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I found 3 of them. Okay, what's next? Puzzle hunting? Yeah, we're doing some side questing this morning.
Revelio. Accio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Nice tapestry. Divination professor. I don't know that I've had a class up here yet, but I bet we have a class up here later. Well, I'm not seeing a
Revelio.
ball up in here, so I'm guessing it's not up here. Oh, there's a chest. Excuse me, madame.
Oh. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Ah, there it is.
Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay.
I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Don't speak like that, Harry, man. We still gotta find 2 more, bro.
Revelio.
Yep, there it is.
Accio. Just one more gobstone.
One more. Exactly, Barbarossa. I am old. Yeah. EverQuest is, I spent a lot of, I've got so much time in that game.
Revelio.
EverQuest 1, EverQuest 2. I probably have more hours in EverQuest 2 than I do in EverQuest 1.
Confringo.
I played both for about 7 years each, but Um, EverQuest 1 was a lot of just like waiting around trying to get groups to go together and stuff, and EverQuest 2 you were actively playing, and I was leading guilds by the time I was in EverQuest 2, so I was logging more hours because I was the guild leader and raid leader and not just some schmuck in the guild. Oh, I'm going up into a tower I've never been to before. Yeah, I forgot to grab the pages, to be honest with you. I lit the things and forgot to grab the pages because I'm like, my brain is just, I'm tired. It's because I'm not thinking about pages, I'm thinking about globes, and so my brain is like, let's go get the globes. Oh yeah, no, servers are definitely, no, EverQuest 1 is still going, Mithril. They still launch DLCs every single year. They have a dedicated audience of about, I think the last time I paid attention was about 3 or 4 years ago, according to the investor reports. I believe they still have around, I want to say like 50,000 paying subscribers who still pay every single month to play EverQuest 1. And then they still have, I think they have like 100,000 people in total if you count the free-to-play players as well. And then EverQuest 2 has about 25,000 paying subscribers and about 60,000 free to play in total, 50, 60,000. So they have a very niche audience, but it's enough to keep a small team steadily working on new expansions every single year. The big money maker for them though is the progression servers they launch every year.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
There are absolutely still live servers, and then of course they still have the legacy servers. Like I can still go log into my original EverQuest characters. They don't have the same server names anymore, but it's all still there.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I was just over here. Oh, I missed it somehow.
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
I was literally just over here, and I totally missed that one. Alright, so now we can go turn into her. I was chuckling the other day because I had some asswipe who was trying to say that Dune Awakening is gonna fail, because Funcom sucks as a company and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, first and foremost, even if you strip out your dislike of a specific company, which is stupid, when you talk about games that have IP behind them, Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, these are big IPs that have tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of fans around the world. Dune is to science fiction what Lord of the Rings is to fantasy. So, in all three of the major MMO cases for Star Trek, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings, you have Star Trek Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, and Lord of the Rings Online. All three of those games have been out for more than a decade. All three of those games still maintain more than 100,000 players. Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: The Old Republic are both up around 150,000. I don't know Star Trek Online's numbers because I haven't looked in a few years. And that's between paid and unpaid. But it doesn't really matter because the games are monetized in a lot of different ways. So it really doesn't matter how many are paying subscribers who pay a monthly subscription versus people who just are free to play and then use the cash shop and do microtransactions. It doesn't matter. It's the 150,000 people still playing the game after more than a decade. And you'll have some people like, oh, the games used to have 1.5, 2 million players and now they only have 100,000. Yeah, because people, dude, we didn't have Netflix and Hulu 10 years ago, right? We did, but not in the formats we have today. Like there are a lot of things that take my attention these days. I can't just play one game like I used to because there are 500 games that launch every single week, let alone every single month. Like it's not like it was. Not to mention there's all the TV shows and all the streaming networks and all the things I want to do. So when you look at the fact that these 10-year-old games still have 150,000 plus paying and playing, I'm not worried about the Dune IP, regardless of who's running Dune Awakening. It doesn't matter who runs that IP. The IP alone will draw probably, I know at one point, like 2 years ago, I'd have to Google it, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago when Funcom announced that they had set the record for for the most amount of wish lists for a game on Steam. They broke the 1 million wish lists mark, and that was the most at the time. It was the most wish lists a game had ever received on Steam. I don't know if that record has been broken since then. But at like 2-3 years ago, there were already more than 1 million people waiting for Dune Awakening. And that doesn't count the console players who are interested in the game on the PlayStation, on the Xbox. The Dune movies are fresh in everybody's mind. The Herbert family are dedicated and are part of that creative process. Um, that game, I would bet, will have more than 1 million players on launch, which is successful by any standards. And I think it will absolutely retain hundreds of thousands of players post. Um, so I'm not too worried about it. Any of the big IPs have generated 10 years of life. So even if it is only, 100,000 players, it's still 100,000 players who are keeping the game alive and keeping a team of 20, 30, 40 developers happily employed working on an IP they love. And there's nothing wrong with that. Exactly, Barbarossa. Real world responsibilities. Like Chris and I were talking about that. Like she was, because we were analyzing numbers this year for YouTube and Twitch, and my numbers are down a little bit for these months compared to last year. And so we were talking about the why of that. And the why is because I've had physical therapy that takes me out of the office 2 times a week for the past 4 months, 3 months, whatever. I had reduced stream times because of 2 sick cats that had to go to the vet twice a week. And so we were constantly at the vet. It's like those are the real world things that affect everybody. It's like it's life. Life affects everybody. Yeah, Star Trek Online is available everywhere, Transcend. So I mean, those might just be the Steam numbers. But I know they're on Xbox and PlayStation, Epic, I think, GOG. I think they're everywhere.
Hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together, laughing as all the losers get sprayed.
Losers!
Which won't include me. Very well, off I go.
That's right.
Wish me luck.
Other than the trolls who live in their mom's basements. All right.
Revelio.
Is the lock spell is the unlock spell related to like a main quest line? Because if the lock spell is related to main quest lines, I feel like I should just follow the main quest line until I get the stupid unlock spell. Because I'm tired of facing all these level 1 locks. It's starting. It is related to the main storyline. Okay, I'm just gonna like hunker down and work on main quests because I'm tired of not being able to open stupid quest doors. Like, just let me open all the doors, man. Oh, I gotta go identify that. That is a hideous robe. Only a loser would wear that robe. Let's go identify this thing back at my home base. Tell me one's a sock. Oh, I may have actually already gone and gotten the fast travel for this tower. Oh, no, wait, this is the one that's north. I don't know that I did. I know I went and got some. Oh, no, that's way north. Oh, crap. Yeah, we haven't been there. Okay. Well, guess what? We're going to do some exploring along the way because there's a Merlin trial. Johnny Hansen coming in with a Noke 119 super chat. Thank you so much for the support, Johnny. What up? There is a trial. No, that's a cave. I think the greatest offenders are the eyeglasses, because there are some really hideous glasses in this game with like the owl eyeballs and everything. It's like, what are you doing?
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Okay.
Confringo!
No. How do I manually aim? Oh, it went away. Hold up. Why did it go away? Oh, I bet these are timed. Yep, it's gonna go down and it's gonna raise that. Here's how you aim.
Confringo!
1, 2. Wow, I'm gonna have to figure out where all these are.
Revelio.
1, 2, 3. I see the third one down there. Okay, 3. Are there more than 3?
Confringo.
1.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Favorite 3 things about this game? The spell casting with the wand is freaking amazing. Spell combat is awesome. And yeah, spell combat, riding the broom around is really, really